I have been seeing so much more promo for SummerSlam than Evolution. And that is really making me upset. I'm not gonna lie, like,
look, let's be clear, I ain't never took a loss. Every time I go shopping, I ain't gotta check the cost. Still independent, still my own boss. Still got bad bitches coming up they drawers. Heat the beat up like a motherfucking Frito. Lucci flaming hot like a motherfucking Cheeto. This is not an act, I am not Don Cheeto. Slut a nigga out, treat him like a free code. Yeah, you heard right, I'm a whole ass gangster. Made him eat my butt, I ain't even say thank ya. First gon' fuck, no nigga, I'm a prankster. I can make a thug nigga feel like a wankster. Pull up at my green like Shigo.
what's up, Lucci Gang? It's your girl, Lucci V, and welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be giving my predictions for Saturday night main event in Evolution 2025, baby, okay? So if you would like to get into some tea with me, get into my predictions with me, then stay tuned to this video right here. But first, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, ding, 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 and let's get it. What's up, you guys? Happy Thursday. I know I like to do my wrestling content on Wednesdays, but you guys, my birthday was on Tuesday. So yesterday on Wednesday, I was recovering all day. My birthday wore me out, y'all, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and do Saturday night main event along with Evolution in one prediction video because so far there are only 3 matches on Saturday night main event. Of course, we never know. On Friday Night SmackDown, they could announce another match, which I'm hoping that they do because 3 matches is crazy, especially when we know that Goldberg is not going to be able to go for that long. And that's the main event. So, yeah. Now, if you're new to watching my predictions, I don't do my predictions based on who I personally want to win. I do my predictions based off of like storyline build up and like what I feel like logically would make sense storyline wise. So even if I do have a fave that I would love to see win, I'm not delusional. If it doesn't make sense storyline wise, then that's just what it is, okay? Now these matches though, I feel like have not had a lot of build up, have not had a lot of like back history, and it's because the way that WWE is just throwing these PLEs out back to back to back to back to back to back to back. So it's really hard to like, I feel like on the Evolution card, even that it has been just like them throwing matches together like here, damn, here we go. Like, like the only 2 storylines on there that have really been building up are Jade and Naomi, and then Bailey, Lyra, and Becky. Like those are the only 2, feuds on that card that I really have been building up over months. That I feel like I can give like legit predictions for. But let's go ahead and start off with Saturday night main event. Okay, Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. Okay, now this match I'm kind of like, I don't know because I feel like both of them need a win. Randy has been taking some L's. Drew has been gone for a minute with injury. And I feel like in order to keep Drew in the, heavyweight main event type scene, he needs to take a W or he cannot take a clean loss. And I feel like Randy needs to take a clean W as well. So I don't know. What I'm predicting is, I don't know. I feel like they have been teasing for like a while now, Randy punting somebody, and it hasn't fully happened yet. So I don't know. Maybe this match will be the match where he punts somebody and, there's some kind of disqualification thing. Like, so there's like a no contest. So both of them don't lose any momentum. So I'm going to go either no contest or Randy. Because I feel like they're trying to keep Randy in the title storyline with Cody and John Cena. So yeah, I'm going to say either Randy will take the W or it'll be like a no contest match. I think that's my final prediction. Okay. So also we have Seth friggin' Rollins versus LA Knight. Yeah. Now, y'all, I love both of them. I will say I do kind of fancy Seth a little more, but I am still a LA Knight fan. And I do feel like LA Knight needs a win. I feel like LA Knight deserves a win. I mean, watching wrestling for a long time, I do notice that Money in the Bank holders typically don't win their matches often, until they do their cash in. But Seth Rollins does have, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker to come help him out with things. So I'm feeling like, I don't know. The only way I see LA Knight winning is if maybe CM Punk comes out and costs Seth the match, or Seth and his crew have been really like making enemies out of a lot of people over these past couple weeks. So anybody could really pop out. Snme, Penta, you know what I mean? Anyone could come out and help LA Knight take the W for real. So wow, this is because Seth. Okay, my final prediction is gonna be, my heart is saying to say Seth, but my mind is saying maybe LA Knight will be able to swindle his way and pull that W. Okay, my final prediction is gonna be LA Knight with help interference. Okay, the main event: Bill Goldberg versus Gunther for the title. Now, this is advertised as Goldberg's final match, so I really don't understand why he would have the title. Now, the only way I feel like he would have the title is if Seth Rollins will do a cash-in, which would make sense for LA Knight to win against Seth Rollins. Everyone thinking, oh, Seth Rollins just lost, he's out of here, he's gone for the night. Goldberg wins the title off of Gunther, and then boom, we hear Seth Rollins' music hit, and I really feel like that could actually be the play now that I'm saying it out loud. Because having Goldberg win the title off of Gunther would like send the internet up. Like, oh my gosh, no, they did not just put the title on Goldberg. And then to follow right up with Seth Rollins' music hitting and then him take the title doing a cash in, like that would be the talk of the internet. And we know that AEW has a PLE that same weekend. So, I mean, if they really want to eat them up, they should do that. Okay. So I feel like Gunther will take the win unless they plan for Seth to have a cash in. Because I just don't understand why they would put the title on Goldberg and this is his final match, unless it would just be for that moment and then Seth do the cash in. I don't know. Y'all can comment down below and let me know. But let's start on Evolution. Evolution has 7 matches. Now, I have been wanting WWE to get past this 5-match card thing for a while now, but I feel like with Evolution, they just have not cared. It's very much here, damn. Y'all wanted this all-female PLE, here, damn. Like, they have been just rushing and tossing this together, and I feel like they are so disrespectful with the way they are handling Evolution. I have been seeing so much more promo for SummerSlam than Evolution, and that is really making me upset. I'm not gonna lie. Like, we have been waiting so long to get an Evolution 2, and when y'all give it to us, y'all just basically like, here, just take anything, like, like, ew. Okay, but here we go. I got it. So we have JC Jane versus Jordan Grace. Okay, now a lot of I'm not into NXT like that. Okay, so I don't really know their storylines to know the build up, but I do know that for a while now, it has been kind of like insinuated that Jordan Grace is going to get this big push. Everyone thought she was going to get moved up to the main roster when Julia and Stephanie Valkyrie did, and she didn't. So I want to say that they're going to put the title on her. I'm not familiar enough with NXT, y'all, to honestly give my perfect prediction, but I'm going to say Jordan Grace just from what I've been seeing, them wanting to give her a push. So I'm going to go with Jordan Grace, okay? Now, we do have a battle royale. Now, I'm not going to name all these ladies that's in the battle royale. I would love for Bianca Belair to make a return and be a surprise entrance to that battle royale. I'm not going to lie. I would love that. I think that would be chef's kiss, but I don't know if she's ready to come back yet. That's me wishful thinking. If Bianca does not return, though, I feel like Stephanie Valkyrie will win the battle royale. I think she's the best contender to win. I think she deserves a title shot. She is amazing. I would love to see her go against whoever wins between Rhea and Io. I would love to see her go against either one of them. Her and Rhea have already been teased, so that's what's kind of making me think Rhea is going to take the W, but I'm going to get into that. So yes, for the battle royale, my final prediction is Stephanie Vaquer will take the W. Okay. Um, we also have Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus. Okay, for the WWE Women's Championship. I mean, I really feel like this was just like to add Trish on the card. Everyone loves Trish. I really feel like this was just to please the fans for some Trishy time on the card from some Stratisfaction. You know what I'm saying? I really don't see a point in her winning the title. I don't see where it would go storyline wise. Um, they've already teased a lot of times Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. So, I mean, I love me some Trish. It would be cool to see her win. It would be her eighth title win, right? That's another one of the things where I feel like it will only make sense if there would be a cash in right after, like if Naomi was gonna cash in on her. So I'm gonna say that Tiffany will retain this one, even though I love me some Trish. But I feel like I don't know. I was trying to think of like scenarios on where it could go storyline wise with Trish walking around with the title, but it's like I couldn't come up with anything. So I'm gonna go with Tiffany retains. Okay. Then we have a no holds barred match between Jade Cargill and Naomi. Now, I feel like Jade will take this one. I feel like Jade will take the W. Like I said earlier, a lot of times in history, the Money in the Bank holders don't win a lot of matches. And I feel like Jade just coming off the Queen of the Ring, and Naomi just got the upper hand on her last week on SmackDown. Like, I don't know. I just feel like really what would be kind of cool is if Bianca really is making her return and she cost Naomi the match. That would kind of eat. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Jade. I think that Jade will take the W again, and then maybe if Jade wins the title off Tiffany at SummerSlam, Naomi will cash in on her, and then she gets the last laugh since Jade has beat her already, at WrestleMania, and then it would be again at Evolution. That's just, I feel like that would make the best storyline. Then we also have a fatal four-way tag team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. The Judgment Day, which is Raquel and Roxanne, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, Sol Rucha and Zarya, and the Kabuki Warriors. Now, you could tell they just threw the Kabuki Warriors back together real quick because we just saw Asuka talking about some ain't no more damage control, all of that. Wait, I thought is what's the name in them not on here? Maxine and what's their name? The Dungeon Dolls? I don't know why I thought that was on here. But anyway, I feel like Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss are gonna take this. I feel like it sets up the best storyline for when Liv comes back. Like, yeah, y'all. And now if Liv was still teamed with Raquel, I may have a different opinion on this. But I feel like Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss will take this. It'll be the perfect storyline. Liv come back like, oh, you lost my title. You've been flirting with my man. You've been trying to, you know what I mean? Like, it'll be another revenge tour, part 2 for Liv, and I love the Liv Morgan revenge tour. Okay. Also, I feel like I've been noticing Charlotte Flair mention different things, like in interviews on social media. She doesn't really want to be a heel anymore. She doesn't really want to get booed all the time anymore. And partnering her with Alexa Bliss is the perfect way to get people to start cheer for her. Her softening up to Alexa, hugging her, and things like that. Like, so I feel like it's a good look. They are both merch sellers, so it's just like it's money for WWE. So I feel like the most logical answer here is going to be Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. That's my final prediction, and that's one that I felt like I didn't even have to think about when I was trying to think about the predictions. I feel like I'm very confident in my prediction on that one. Also, Becky Lynch versus Bayley versus Lyra for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Now, I do feel like Becky will retain. I feel like Bayley and Lyra are going to get distracted with each other and somehow allow Becky to swindle her way into winning again. Y'all know I'm not the hugest Becky fan, but I do feel like I like the way that she has been leveling up the integrity of the women's intercontinental title. We need somebody to do that with the USA title. I'm hoping Julia is able to do that. But Yeah, I think Becky will retain. I don't think Becky will lose it just yet, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Like, and this will keep the feud going between them. You know, the Bailey, the Lyra, the Becky. Like, this has been like one of the bigger storylines with an actual build. And I've been enjoying their matches too. Like, I feel like Becky and Lyra have been putting on some bangers. You know, getting Bailey involved is cool. Like, I'm not that big of a fan of Bailey, but I think they're gonna put on a good match, but I do think that Bailey and Lyra will start to focus too much on each other and lose the plot, and Becky will swindle her way in. Okay, and then we have the main event: Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley. Okay, I think Rhea Ripley is gonna win. I feel like every time they try to super emphasize stuff, it kind of makes it obvious. Like they've been super emphasizing Rhea has never beat Io 1-on-1. Rhea has never beat Io one. Rhea, you know what I mean? Like they've been super emphasizing that. So I feel like Rhea is going to take the W. They've barely been using Io on TV since she won the title. I love me some Io, and I feel like they've been playing on my girl face. We be seeing Io for 2 seconds on backstage segments. Like she hasn't defended the title. She's not been utilized at all. Rhea Ripley is on TV every single week. She's everywhere. With her having the championship will be even better for WWE, even more money for them, even more attention for them. And can you imagine them ending Evolution with the pyro going with Rhea with the championship? Like, come on now, we know. And plus, it's already been teased that Stephanie Vicaire and Rhea Ripley will eventually have a thing between each other. I feel like that was teased at Money in the Bank, and so that's why I feel like Stephanie Vicaire will win the Battle Royale and Rhea will win against Io. They need to start utilizing my girl Io. She's so good. So yeah, you guys, those are my final predictions for Saturday Night Main Event and Evolution. If they do add another match on SmackDown, I don't think I'm gonna make a whole another video just for one match. But if you follow me on Twitter, my Twitter name is the same as my YouTube name, and I will probably have a prediction on there. Okay, so y'all comment down below. Y'all already know I love to hear y'all predictions too. So yeah, get in the comments and let your girl know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.